Dear you. Hello again. This is our second letter to you.
We wanted to write to you again because we know that the way we are going to be doing things during the coronavirus pandemic are changing again.
We said that this is a new chapter in your life, and this chapter is the new normal and that we are all in this together.
Everyone in the whole world is going through this new normal. There have been some really great things that people have been doing to help, and there have been also some sad times where people have been ill or worried or stressed.
We don't know what it's like for you because we are not you, but we wanted to help write this letter and help you and tell you a bit more about what might happen next in this chapter of your life.
Let's call it the Going Back to School chapter. Some of you may have started going back to school, or some of you may be talking about it, and some of you might only go back much later. It is a bit different for everyone at the moment. We know that the coronavirus is still making some people quite sick, so we are all working together to follow the rules that the government is giving us. There is quite a lot to remember, but most people are remembering to do these things very well.
We wanted to tell you that we think you're amazing for following the rules so well, and you doing this has kept you, your family and other people safe from getting ill. Because of how well most people have been following the government rules, the government is changing what we can do in small steps. The steps are being taken to help us be able to do some of the things we used to do, whilst making sure as few people get sick as possible. And maybe after a few small steps, we might need to stop and go back to doing things how we are doing them now or differently again. And later, we might need to start the steps again.
Your mum, dad or carer will probably be able to tell you what these steps are and how you as a family will manage them. You might see and hear your mum, dad or carer talking more about you going back to school. They are also thinking about these changes, and they are thinking about you and what's best for you. Changes are okay. You have already been through lots of changes this year. We know that some of these changes might have been tough for you, and getting used to the new normal might be difficult, but you are doing it.
So let's talk more about school and how school might be for you. Because we all need to keep following the rules from the government, your school will need to change its rules. Your school is following the same rules that we now have in our lives. So this means that things at school will have to be different. Your school will let you know what the changes will be.
Changes that you might see and have if you go back to school could be hand washing signs and being asked to wash your hands more often.
Keeping a short distance apart from anyone else where possible.
Not being able to bring anything from home into the school apart from your lunch.
You may only need to go to school for a few hours on some days of the week, not every day. The parent or carers will tell you which days and you can put them on a calendar.
You might have a different teacher for a while.
You might be in a different classroom and sit in a different place.
You might not sit right next to someone else.
You will probably have a lot less children in the class with you.
The classroom you're in may have only desks and chairs in it, so it might look a bit bare.
You might go into the school through a different entrance, and you might need to go into a different way to find the classroom.
You may need to use a different cloakroom or toilet.
You might start at a different time or end schools at a different time on different days.
The teachers at the school are there to help you remember what to do, so please don't worry.
It may feel different for you to be talking to your friends again, and also remember that it's going to be feeling different for them too. If you need to stay apart from other people, then you won't be able to play too closely with your friends. But there will be other ways that you can say hello and play, and the teachers will help you with these changes.
So, If you are going back to school, it is also going to change how some of our days are now. On the days you go to school, you might have to get up a bit earlier than you have been, have to get dressed in your uniform again on the day, feel excited about seeing teachers and some friends from the school again, feel nervous and anxious about what to expect or what will happen, feel a bit more tired after being at school.
Everything we have talked about are things that might need to happen or change, but they are not things you need to worry about. Whatever the changes are, you will be okay. These changes are to help everyone, and we are all doing this together in our new normal. I wonder what you think about these changes. You might have questions or all types of feelings. This is very normal and okay. You can speak to your mum, dad, or carer about this.
When we say going back to school, you might feel all different types of feelings. You might be feeling very anxious, worried and nervous about some of these changes, and you might feel happy and excited about seeing your friends and teaching staff. It might feel all mixed up for you, and that is okay. Try to tell someone how you are feeling and they will try to help you. Like anything that changes, it might take a bit of time to get used to these changes and maybe new people and new ways of doing things at school. And after a bit of time, you will also get used to your morning routine before school again.
All other countries in the whole world are also working it all out on how children can start going back to school. Some children in some countries have started to go back, and others are still waiting. They are also following the rules from their government, and school is looking different for all children. So you and so many children in the world are all going through the same changes together, all the way from Brighton to Brazil.
At the start, it might feel a bit strange and different to get used to the new rules and how school works. After a while, you will get more used to it and new people and new rules of school.
Remember that after a while of doing things a different way, they become and feel more normal. Just like you have with all the other chapters and changes in your life.
If and when you go back to school, we hope you enjoy your school day the best you can.
And remember again that you have people around you who are there to help you, and that we are all in this together.
Take care, stay safe and well from all of us.